next election is going to be about a vote for people who support the people's voice. And Chris Barden is the next Attorney General that will do that for us in the Office of the Attorney General. Welcome, Chris Barden.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What a pleasure it is to be with all of you on this beautiful night. I'm grateful to be on this team that you see behind you, a team that's going to redesign and reform the state government of Minnesota. We have lost trust in our government. People all over the country, both national and state governments, we've lost trust in them, and why we should have lost trust, because they're violating basic and essential rules of good government. Let me just give you some specific examples. Number one, fiscal responsibility means we don't spend money that we don't have. We don't put crushing burdens of debt on our children. Number two, we should have an honest legislative process, which means bills are passed in the open. They're not passed behind closed doors. There's no legislative kickbacks, and legislators actually read the law before they vote on it. Then perhaps the most important one is that the laws must remain within the limits of the Constitution. Let me give you an example of a specific bill that violates all three of those very essential principles. It's called Obamacare. It was passed behind closed doors against the will of the people with legislative kickbacks. It has massive debt that will crush states. I've actually read the entire law, and it is so much worse than has been reported to you yet. Over the next few months, you're going to hear more and more about it. Yes, there are troubles in healthcare that need to be reformed, but free enterprise solutions will be dramatically better than sending all of our healthcare decision power to Washington. The most dangerous thing about Obamacare is that it's an attack on your liberty, because it claims powers for the federal government that the government doesn't have and has never claimed before. The Attorney General of our state has a very sacred job, which is to defend the state against infringements by the federal government on the sovereign power of our state. Our current Attorney General refuses to do that job. She has refused to defend our state, and I say that when your lawyer refuses to defend you, you fire him and get a better lawyer. This is what happens when you have an office that's controlled by one party for 40 years. As you look around the country, experts will tell you that whether it's Chicago or the Minnesota AG's office, when you have one party in power for decades, you get scandal after scandal after scandal, and that's what we have in the current AG's office. One of the most important duties of the AG also is to protect election integrity. You have a Secretary of State that sets up the systems for free and fair elections, but the Attorney General has to enforce those laws. My good friend Dan Severson is going to set up a good and fair election system that includes photo ID. And as your Attorney General, I will enforce those laws, and I will prosecute people who violate them. So Dan and I together will be your clean election team, and we will make sure that the people of this state have a clean election system that they can depend on.